Why all of a sudden there's a lot of negativity about Canada and Canadian immigration system? What happened all of a sudden and everyone's opinion about Canada has changed? And why all of a sudden a lot of negativity about Canada is spreading all over social media and news platforms? Hi everyone, my name is Shivani and I'm a licensed immigration consultant based in Waterloo, Ontario, and I'm also the founder of Zeste Immigration Services Incorporation. In today's video, we'll learn what is going on here in Canada and why there's a lot of negativity spreading about Canada all over social media and news platforms. Is it really worth for you guys to come to Canada in 2025 and 2026? Are there literally any programs available for you? Is Canada closing doors on students and workers? What's the real thing? What's going on here in Canada? Let's find out. Before I begin this video, make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it already, and also hit the bell icon so that you get notified every single time I post a new video. This channel is all about Canada immigration trends, updates, new programs, their eligibility criteria, and so on. So if you're interested in Canadian immigration, then please do subscribe to this channel. Recently, there has been a noticeable rise in negative sentiment about Canada's immigration system driven by several factors. First is the rising cost of living. Housing prices in Canada, especially in major cities like Toronto and Vancouver, has skyrocketed. While this is a part of a global trend, it has led to frustrations among new immigrants who are struggling to afford homes. Inflation, rising food prices, and stagnant wages in some industries have compounded this problem. Number two is political and media influence. Certain political voices have capitalized on the frustrations of everyday Canadians, fueling narratives about how immigration might be exacerbating housing and job market challenges. The media has also latched onto these stories, amplifying complaints and making them seem more widespread than they actually are. Number three, expectations versus reality. Many newcomers arrive with high hopes but face challenges adjusting to Canadian job market. Recognition of foreign credentials and securing employment in one's field can be difficult, leading to temporary job mismatches that contribute to disappointment. Number four, social media's amplification. Platforms like YouTube, Instagram, TikTok often showcase extreme cases where people express dissatisfaction with their Canadian experience. However, these tend to be isolated incidents and do not represent the broader immigration experience. Number five, longer processing times. For many, the dream of moving to Canada has been delayed due to extended visa and residency application processing times. These delays, exacerbated by the pandemic, have caused frustrations, particularly for those stuck in limbo without work or study permits. The Canadian immigration system has been undergoing several changes in recent months, which has stirred both optimism and concern. The recent restrictions on international students may seem unexpected, especially given the current negative press around Canada's student program. However, Immigration Minister Mark Miller argues that these changes are necessary to align temporary resident numbers with a target of 5%. Canada's temporary resident population surged from 437,000 in 2019 to 1.2 million in 2023. The announcement introduced 6 measures aimed at controlling the volume of temporary residents effective November 1st, 2024. Key changes include higher language requirements, so CLB Level 7 for university graduates and CLB 5 for college graduates. For postgraduate work permits, with eligibility now based on the level and field of study. Bachelor's, master's, and PhD graduates, as well as graduates from public colleges with programs linked to labor shortages, will still qualify for post-graduation work permits up to 3 years. Private college graduates and those in programs not aligned with labor shortages will no longer be eligible. Additionally, master's and PhD students will face intake caps with 12% reserved for them. Provincial attestation letters will also be required for postgraduates. Spousal open work permits will be limited to spouses of doctoral and certain master's students and to spouses of foreign workers in management and or shortage sectors. These measures aimed at reducing temporary resident numbers are expected to lower study permit issuance by 300,000 and post-graduation work permits by 175,000 over the next 3 years. So just because there are these changes and some restrictions, does it make Canada a bad country for you? Well, here's my perspective on Canada. Having lived in Canada for a long time, I can confidently say that this country offers immense opportunities and a high quality of life. I personally know many people who are thriving here, buying houses, driving their dream cars, and enjoying a fulfilling life. Despite the challenges, that exist, Canada remains a place where immigrants can build successful careers and secure prosperous futures for their families. The key here is to focus on the positives. The challenges many face, whether it's the cost of living or job market integration, are temporary and manageable in the larger scheme of things. The government continues to make adjustments, ensuring that immigrants are supported as they transition to life in Canada. Negative stories, while sometimes valid, often overlook the long-term opportunities that exist here in Canada. Economic cycles fluctuate, political pressures come and go, but Canada's commitment to inclusivity and growth through the immigration remains strong. Now let's see what's your role as an immigrant in Canada. As immigrants, when we come to Canada to study, work, or settle, it is important to remember that we're not just here to benefit from the opportunities available. We should also think about how we can contribute to the country and its people. Canada is giving us a chance to live, work, and prosper here, and it's only fair that we give something back in return. Immigrants have the potential to contribute in numerous ways. The first one here is culturally and socially. We bring diversity, rich traditions, and perspectives that help Canada thrive as a multicultural society. Engaging with local communities, sharing our cultural heritage, and participating in social initiatives can foster greater understanding and inclusion. Second, economically, many immigrants go on to open business, create jobs, and stimulate local economies. For those who succeed and become financially secure, it is important to think about how to give back by hiring locals, investing in the community, and contributing to the growth of Canada's economy. Number 3, innovation and skills. Canada thrives on innovation. Immigrants bring fresh ideas and valuable skills that can help push the country forward in sectors like technology, healthcare, and trade. The more we invest our skills and expertise into the Canadian economy, the more we contribute to its overall development. When immigrants come to Canada and achieve success, it's vital that we don't just focus on personal gain. Building a company or flourishing in our careers is great, but it's equally important to create jobs, contribute to local communities, and invest back into Canadian economy. If we as immigrants show that we are contributing in meaningful ways, whether socially, culturally, or economically, the local population will appreciate immigration even more. In a nutshell, don't be swayed by the negativity you see on social media or in certain media outlets. Canada remains a wonderful place to live, work, and raise a family. Despite temporary challenges, the long-term benefits of immigrating to Canada are immense. The country values its immigrants and contributes to offer pathways for people to build prosperous futures. At the same time, as immigrants, it is essential that we give back and contribute positively to the country that has welcomed us, whether by creating jobs, sharing our culture, or simply supporting the local economy. Our efforts make a difference, a huge difference. Canada is a land of opportunity, and with a spirit of gratitude and willingness to contribute, we can all flourish together. Let's remain hopeful and work together to make this country even better for both current and future generations of immigrants. This is it for today. Thank you for watching today's video. I hope this video truly added value to your life and gave you a broader perspective on Canada and what Canada has to offer. Despite the challenges, I still believe that Canada should be your top priority choice for immigration. So if you're interested in immigrating to Canada, feel free to contact us at www.zestecanada.ca or simply go to the description box of this video and choose a link and book a consultation with me. I'll be more than happy to assist you. See you guys in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.